Alright, I'm making a gear indicator for this 2004 Honda Monkey, and this is all the parts that I have so far. So this is a 5-speed gear sensor from a Honda Grom. 6 wires for a 5-speed, and I 3D printed this mount here, and I got the Loto display here from Amazon, and it's for a 5-speed. And I have my friend made me this harness here. I spec'd out the wires and the plugs that he needs, and he built me this harness. Is the end plug for that. So I just have to figure out which pin goes where when I test it, but hopefully it'll work. I did hook up the display and to a battery, and just to make sure that it all works. So I think it should work out. Okay, this is the stock sensor right here. And you can see it only has one wire to it. That's for the neutral. And don't forget your contact here and your little spring here. Make sure you don't lose those. And we'll have to unplug this from the harness here. And see one contact point for neutral. And the Honda Grom here has 6 contact point, 1 for neutral and the other 5 for the 5 different gears. Get some of this oil here for the seal here. And try to get the spring contact back in here. Okay, so now we have this pigtail here, and run it back up here. We're gonna need to run another line for the neutral light here. Run it back out to the harness once we find out what neutral is. So we plug this here. So this display come with this end here, and I got my buddy make this harness here. So an IR label which gear goes where for the display when I was testing it out. And then this wire for the positive, the power. And then each of the gears would be negative, would be the ground. So the other end here, this is the power. So this goes to the power source. And I'll just put this in here for now. And so we power up the bike. Alright, and so I know orange is the neutral. Neutral there, and we'll see which one lights up. So it looks like the one on the end here is neutral. You can see like out of gear, it's neutral, second, neutral. So we know the one on the end here is neutral. Let me label that. And neutral is the bottom left. Let's see here which way. This way. Okay, that's in there. So I'll plug this in, neutral's on. Second, neutral. Alright, now we're gonna find first gear. And so he had 3 color wires. Yellow, orange is for neutral. The green are the odd number, and the blue is even, so it's got to be one of these green one here for first gear. So we'll go down first and we'll try. Alright, I'm gonna have to roll the bike. I don't think it's bent now. It's in first. That's fifth. First. The first is top left. Okay, and now we're gonna find second. The second's gotta be one of these blue wires here. Maybe it's the one next to it. Yep, second. That one. Just gonna go back and double check each time. Neutral. First. Neutral. Second. Okay. And now we're gonna find third. Third. Third's one of the green lights. Or green wire here. Third there. So bottom right. fourth. Fourth. Okay, fourth. And the one next to it should be fifth. That's fifth. Fourth. That's third. Fourth. Oh, it's not plugged in. Okay, so this one is let's go through all the gears again. Second, neutral, first. Okay, I think we're all good on the plugs. And then now I'll just have to splice this and run a neutral wire to the OEM plug here for the neutral light on the dash. Okay, I have this neutral wire here spliced into this harness, and I'm going to plug that into the stock plug here. And see, we have neutral up here. Looks like we have a neutral light, so we're good there. And now I'm just gonna have to route this harness up and mount the display here. I was gonna use 3M double side tape and mount it to the side here, but I think I'm gonna use shoe glue. I use that on everything. Yeah, it sticks really good, sticks to everything, and you can peel it off, but yeah, it sticks really good, so I'm going to use that. Okay, this is the completed print. This is the only color I had in Pet G, it's gray color, so I'm probably going to paint it black, but we'll see. So this is the stuff I use here. Guess I'll get some tape and hold it in place while it dries up. It dries up pretty quick. I mean, probably about 5 minutes. It'll be tacky enough to stay in place. Okay, I'm gonna run the harness alongside the main harness here, and run the harness underneath the tank, and back here somewhere. I did have my friend make this a little bit extra long because I wasn't sure how much length I was gonna need. But I can just loop it around and take up the slack there. Shouldn't be too bad. And I'm gonna wrap this with electrical tape so then it's black and won't be noticeable as much. And gotta make sure that there's enough room here for articulation and the wires doesn't get pinched when I turn. So, wrap that up. Okay, all the wires are tucked up and zipped, and now I just have to put everything back together. Okay, gonna do one final test here before I take it out for a spin. Got neutral first, back to neutral second, third, fourth, and fifth. Back down forward, third, neutral first. The one thing I like about this setup using the gear sensor is it still works whenever the bike's not moving. So even when the bike's not on or not moving, the gear indicator still works. But if you use those other setup where it uses the speedo and the RPM to calculate the gears, those usually don't work whenever you come to a stop or you have the clutch in. They don't really show the gear or the correct gear. So, but this one works all the time, anytime. I got the sun kind of behind me, a little bit to the right. Looks a little bit dim. I mean, I can still see it, but in the shade it's pretty well lit.